Congratulations and welcome back. We're here to help you make your dreams and visions a reality, and that's exactly what I'm here to do today by giving you our fourth strategy in accessing grant funds now. And what that strategy basically says is this: it's very key to request the correct amount. And what does that mean? What is the correct amount? And that's a hard to find statement, but truly it means a lot, and it definitely means a lot to the funding agencies. Let me give you an example to help you understand this. We had a client come to our agency and truly wanted us to review a grant proposal that they had written. And I read through the proposal, and it was well written. It was clearly defined. The goals were very clear. The objective was very measurable. He had carried each aspect of his goals and objectives throughout every aspect of the grant, and I felt very confident that this grant should have been funded. And I continued to look for areas where he possibly had missed the mark in what the funding agency was looking for. I assessed the timing of it, which is one of our key strategies we mentioned yesterday, and it was very on point to the timing of what was funded. So the real question I had was, why didn't this grant get funded? And so as I sat with him, I really became baffled, and I said, really, I'd like to make a call and do a further assessment on this, because I really think you should have been the top consideration for funding. Before I made that call, I happened to do something I probably should have done first, which is I looked at the history of the grant funds that they had awarded prior years, and I looked a little closer at the RFP in regards to the grant range in which they were looking for. Well, the grant range was between $1 and $2 million that they were looking to fund. And when I looked at the history, they had previously funded grants in between $1 million and $2 million. Well, unfortunately, this budget was set for $10 million. So obviously, it was well beyond the funding range and funding capacity of even that funding agency. What mistake did he make? Basically this: even though the funding agency was allocating $10 million in grant funds to different agencies that were carrying out specific program services, typically they're not wanting to give it to one agency unless you're willing to impact an entire region or country with your program services. So you have to look at it from a perspective of the amount that I request. Is it correct? Meaning, does it fit within the parameters of what the funding agency is looking for, so that they can feel that they are capable of funding it and accomplishing a broad mission versus just your mission? So also when I say this, I say correct mission or correct targeted grant amount request should have a dollar amount that you feel comfortable with as well. When you request $1 million or $500,000 or $100,000, can you fiscally manage those funds and carry out your program services for the amounts being requested? If I'm looking to impact 2 people, I'm not going to ask for $1 million. If I'm looking to impact 25 to 100 people, then I definitely feel comfortable in requesting $1 million. And then I look at my fiscal capacity and say, this is a correct amount for me, for my agency. Because yes, I can fiscally manage it. Yes, it is effective and correct to the program design that I've created. And yes, it does fit in the parameters, of the agencies that are looking to fund this particular project. So I ask you, when you write your next grant and when you create your next budget, to ask yourself, am I requesting the correct amount? And remember, correct is not just according to you, but it's also to the funding agency. So thank you again for letting me be here in your place and space today in order to help you make your dreams and visions a reality. I look forward to your success, and I look forward to you letting us know just how quickly you are successful in getting your next grant. Thanks, and I look forward to your next visit.